In the very beginning, long, long ago, there was nothing. No trees, no flowers, no buzzy bees, no sunshine, no moonbeams, no twinkly stars, just a big, quiet, empty, dark space. But there was God.
I was there, full of love and big ideas. I had a wonderful plan, a secret I was about to share.
Imagine everything hushed and waiting like a held breath. God was there, and his heart was full of dreams. He wasn't lonely, but he wanted to make something beautiful, something to share his love with, something amazing. God's love was so big, it couldn't be kept inside. He looked at the emptiness, and he wasn't sad. He saw a place for his wonderful creations. He knew just what he wanted to do. Then God spoke. His voice was strong and kind.
Let there be light.
And just like that, pop, light appeared. It wasn't like a light bulb, oh no, it was much grander. It was a beautiful, shining, wonderful light. It chased away all the darkness in a flash, the very first light, made by God's amazing word. Suddenly, the empty space wasn't so empty anymore. This new light was so good, so bright and cheerful. God looked at the light and he smiled. He saw that the light was very good. Yes, it was. So God separated the light from the darkness. He called the light day, a time for brightness. And he called the darkness night, a time for quiet. This was the very first day and the very first night, the beginning of time, all made by God. Imagine the first sunrise, but even more special. A brand new sparkle filling up the nothingness. God's light was warm and welcoming, a happy glow. It danced and played, showing off its beauty. On the second day, God had another wonderful idea. He looked around and saw lots of water everywhere. Water above, water below, water all mixed up.
Let there be a space to separate the waters.
And with his mighty words it happened just so. He made a great big space like a giant dome. This space pushed some water up and kept some water down. This amazing new space, God called it sky. Imagine a beautiful big blue blanket stretching out. That's what the sky was like, covering everything. It was vast and wide, a brand new part of God's world. The sky made a roof over the waters below. It was so clear and so fresh, a wonderful sight. God looked at the sky he had made, and God saw that the sky was good. Yes, it was, another amazing piece of his creation puzzle. The sky was like a giant hug around the world. It held the clouds that would one day bring rain. It was the place where birds would soon fly and soar. On the third day, God looked at all the water below the sky. It was everywhere like a giant wobbly puddle.
Let the water under the sky gather into one place.
He wanted some dry ground to appear, a place for new things, and as God spoke, the waters listened. Whoosh! They rushed and tumbled, moving together. The waters formed big oceans and sparkling seas, and then slowly dry land started to peek through. Imagine mountains pushing up tall and strong, hills rolling gently like sleepy green giants, flat plains stretching out, ready for adventures. This was the dry ground, the brand new land. God called the dry ground earth, and he called the gathered waters seas. God looked at the earth and the seas he had made, and God saw that they were good. Oh yes, very good. The land was new and waiting, full of possibilities. Beaches formed where the land met the sea. Rivers began to carve paths through the earth. God was making different places, each unique and special. He was designing a world with so much variety. A world of wonders. God wasn't finished with the third day just yet. He looked at the new, bare earth he had made.
Let the land produce plants.
He wanted green things, living things to cover the ground, plants that make seeds and trees that grow fruit, all sorts of wonderful, colorful, growing things. And as God spoke, it happened. It was like magic. Tiny sprouts pushed up through the soil, reaching for the sky. Suddenly the earth was bursting with life. Green grass carpeted the hills and plains. Tall trees grew strong with leafy branches. Beautiful flowers opened up in every color you can imagine. Red ones, yellow ones, blue ones, purple ones. There were plants with tasty berries and juicy fruits. Apple trees, orange trees, and vines with sweet grapes. The whole world started to smell sweet and fresh. God made tiny seeds, each holding a secret plant inside. He made sure that each plant could make more of itself. So there would always be plants, always be fruit, always be flowers. It was a wonderful, clever plan for his new world. Section 6, Day 4, Twinkling Lights for Day and Night. On the fourth day, God looked up at the big blue sky. He had made light on the first day, remember? But now, he wanted special lights in the sky. Lights to mark the seasons, the days, and the years.
Let there be lights in the sky.
And just like that, he made two great lights, a big bright light to shine during the daytime, and a smaller gentle light to glow at night. The big bright light was the sun. It shone warmly, making the day bright and cheerful. It helped the plants grow tall and strong. It gave light for playing and working and seeing. The sun was like a king in the daytime sky. Then, God made the moon, the gentle light for nighttime. It glowed softly, a silver coin in the dark sky. It wasn't as bright as the sun, but it was beautiful. And God didn't stop there. Oh no, he also made the stars, millions and billions of them. He sprinkled them across the dark night sky like glitter, tiny twinkling diamonds far, far away. They sparkled and shone, making the night magical. Section 7. Day 5. Flippers, Feathers, and Flying Friends. On the 5th day, God looked at the sparkling seas and the big blue sky. The waters were full, but quiet. The sky was vast, but empty. God had another wonderful idea, full of life.
Let the waters be filled with living creatures, and let birds fly above the earth across the sky.
And as God spoke, the waters began to teem with life. Fish of all shapes and sizes started swimming around. Big ones, small ones, colorful ones, shiny ones. Imagine all the fish, some with swishy tails, some with long fins, tiny little fish darting here and there in schools. Giant whales gliding slowly through the deep blue sea. Playful dolphins leaping out of the water. God made them all, every single swimming creature. He filled the oceans, rivers, and lakes with them. The waters were no longer quiet. They were alive with splashes and wiggles. It was a wonderful, watery parade of God's creation. Then God made the birds to fill the sky with song and flight. Birds with bright feathers, red, blue, yellow, and green. Little birds that chirped sweet melodies from the treetops. Big eagles that soared high up, riding the wind. Ducks that quacked and swam on the water. Section 8, Day 6. Amazing Animals and Wonderful Us. On the 6th day, God looked at the beautiful earth he had made. It had land, seas, plants, sun, moon, stars, fish, and birds. But God wasn't finished quite yet. He had more plans.
Let the land produce living creatures.
He wanted animals to walk and crawl and hop on the earth, all sorts of animals, big and small, wild and tame. And as God spoke, the land came alive with amazing creatures, lions with mighty roars and tiny, busy ants. Imagine all the animals, tall giraffes munching leaves, playful monkeys swinging through the trees, strong elephants with long trunks and fluffy sheep in fields, cows that mooed, dogs that barked, cats that purred, creepy crawly caterpillars and beautiful butterflies. God made every kind of land animal you can think of. He made them all different, each one special and unique. The earth was now filled with roars, ribbits, and wriggly wonders. Then God did something extra special.
Let us make human beings in our own image, someone to look after this beautiful world we have made.
So God took some dust from the ground. Section 9. God's Wonderful World, a never-ending love story. So, on the 6th day, God finished all his amazing work. He had made the heavens, the earth, and everything in them. He looked at everything he had created, from the tiny stars to the giant whales. He saw the beautiful plants, the amazing animals. He saw Adam and Eve, his special children. And God saw that all he had made was very, very good. It was perfect, just the way he planned it. His heart was full of joy for his wonderful new world. So, on the 7th day, God rested. Not because he was tired, oh no, God never gets tired. But he rested to enjoy his beautiful creation. He blessed the 7th day and made it holy. A special day to remember all the wonderful things he had done. A day to rest and be thankful for his love. God's great work of creation was complete, and it was all part of his big, loving plan for us. God didn't just make the world and then leave it. No, his love story with his creation continues every single day. He loves the world he made, and he loves you and me. He takes care of every flower, every bird, every animal.